But somebody else who is very connected to this reached out and said, Candace, you're 90% there. You're just missing one thing. And I'm beginning to wonder, and listen, full speculation, no proof, for him to go that crazy, did something happen between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively? That's my question. So Blake Lively essentially threatened, you could say, Justin Baldoni, calling Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds her beautiful little dragon monsters that she sometimes has to use to get what she wants done. All right, so everything in the world is just ridiculous. It's pointedly ridiculous, I would say. I mean, I'm no longer believing the things I'm saying. I feel like I am now lying to the public when I cover these things because we're just reaching levels of absurdity that are offending my sensibilities, right?
In a shocking turn of events, CNN has allegedly uncovered a list of major celebrities and influential figures linked to Blake Lively's supposed involvement in shady activities. The unexpected revelation has sent shockwaves through Hollywood, raising questions about the beloved actress's true connections behind the scenes. While details remain scarce, sources claim that the list includes some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry, leading to widespread speculation and concern. Fans are now eagerly awaiting further developments as the investigation unfolds, with many wondering whether these accusations hold any weight or if this is just another Hollywood conspiracy in the making.
You see these claims by Blake Lively that her co-star Justin Baldoni was lingering on kissing her too long or fat-shamed her. I mean, these are allegations that are very hard to prove in reality, especially when you're in a movie scene and you have other witnesses there. In my mind, unless you're going to bring forth an action against somebody, it's not really proper to say things like that because they do damage to people. Unless you have a case, it's your opinion, basically. In these actions, I don't think it's a really strong case. I think it's more of a PR move, but again, with more facts, you can make a better legal assessment of the case. So if you have any questions or been in an accident, more importantly, if you're injured, hit us up at o2law.com.
The case, initiated by Lively in December 2024, alleges misconduct, the creation of a hostile work environment, and a concerted smear campaign aimed at tarnishing her reputation. Baldoni has countered these claims with a defamation lawsuit. As the case unfolds, several high-profile individuals have been referenced, either due to their close relationships with Lively or their potential involvement as witnesses.
Justin Baldoni just dropped his $400 million lawsuit against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Oh, and he just dragged Taylor Swift into it. Let's get it. He's suing for extortion, defamation, breach of contract, the list goes on. Earlier this week, we saw that Justin dragged Marvel and Disney into the mix because he wanted footage and documents related to Deadpool and Wolverine to prove that Ryan Reynolds was trolling him in the new film with the nice pool character. And remember when Ryan Reynolds allegedly berated Justin Baldoni at their penthouse when they had that all hands on deck meeting? And in it, he refers to celebrities coming in and out of the penthouse. Well, now one of those celebrities has been named.
International pop superstar Taylor Swift has maintained a close friendship with Lively for over a decade. Their bond has been well documented, with Swift often spending time with Lively and Reynolds. In the lawsuit, Swift's name emerged in relation to concerns about her expansive and dedicated fan base.
Justin Baldoni is suing Blake Lively, her husband, and Blake Lively's publicist.
If they could think of it, they're suing them for
Yeah.
it, is what it sounds like to me.
And they used a lot of shady business, unethical, illegal ways to get their way to steal his movie from him. Perhaps one of my favorite things was the many times Taylor Swift was mentioned in the Justin Baldoni lawsuit. Because I know Taylor Swift is not happy about this.
No.
I was Justin Baldoni and hated Blake Lively with a resurfaced interview of her criticizing reporters' weight from years ago. It was claimed the reason they had a feud was because Blake Lively was upset that Justin Baldoni asked her about her weight because there was a scene he had to pick her up and he does have a serious back problem. Now things have hit a collision course with Blake Lively suing Justin Baldoni for sexual harassment. He sued her back for defamation at a claim of $250 million. Where Taylor Swift gets in the mix here is Justin Baldoni hired a PR firm run by Scooter Braun, who's Justin Bieber's former manager. Taylor Swift doesn't like Scooter Braun Braun because he bought the rights to her music without giving her a chance to bid on it. And Taylor Swift accused Scooter Braun of doing a smear campaign against her and also releasing Kanye West. Taylor Swift warned Blake Lively that Scooter Braun's going to try to destroy her, and with that I'm sure all subscribe to learn something.
Baldoni's team reportedly expressed apprehension that Swift's supporters might amplify any negative narratives concerning Lively. Additionally, internal communications from Baldoni's crisis management team suggested planting stories about the weaponization of feminism, drawing parallels to past accusations leveled against Swift.
Justin Baldoni is now involving Taylor Swift in his lawsuit against Blake Lively. So Justin Baldoni is suing Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicists for over $400 million for all the It Ends With Us drama. Now he's name dropping Taylor Swift, Blake's bestie, in the mix. Thankfully, Taylor Swift is not being sued, but she's mentioned in his 179-page paper complaint, and he's alleging that Taylor's fame was used to pressure him during production. And it really all stems from this penthouse situation where Blake and Ryan live. Apparently there was a meeting there with all of them, and Taylor Swift was actually present, and Blake ended up rewriting one of the scenes. And even after the meeting was over, Baldoni texted Blake this, saying, "I gotta put my glasses on for this one, the font is too small." Also was working on the rooftop scene today. Really love what you did. Makes it so much more fun and interesting.
This was a sinister PR move. Blake Lively then moved 11 days later to file a lawsuit. So now she has filed a lawsuit, and I don't think she ever wanted to do this. I think she genuinely wanted this to be a PR move, and she wanted to leak it to the New York Times. She thought the public would take her side with no questions asked. And instead the public is saying, no, we have a few questions here. And Justin Baldoni is going all the way to the wall on this. His lawyer is already giving interviews explaining just how nasty her team has played this. The lawyer's name is Brian Friedman. He stopped by the Megyn Kelly show, and here's some of the things that he had to say. First, he says there used to never be a sexual claim. There never was a sexual claim until she went to that civil rights office. Take a listen.
There was actually no allegation of sexual harassment until the lawsuit was filed.
Baldoni claimed that Swift's unexpected presence made him feel like he needed to comply with Blake's direction for the script, implying that her influence was leveraged to sway decisions. This revelation was reportedly a turning point for Swift, who had not intended to be part of the meeting, but happened to arrive at Lively's New York penthouse while it was still ongoing.
So as Justin sees it, as Blake was busy trying to strong-arm and take over every part of his movie, she, out of the blue, rewrote a part of the script and then gave it to Justin for him to see if he liked it and if they can put it in the movie. But she's not the writer on the movie. And then Blake told him that he should come over to her and Ryan Reynolds' penthouse and talk about that part of the script that she wrote. But when he arrived, to his surprise, her best friend Taylor Swift was there, imploring him to use Blake's script, saying it is the single best thing she's ever read in her fucking life. And keep in mind, this is all about career advancement for Blake Lively, and Taylor Swift has been one of the people supporting her in doing that and will be pretty ruthless to keep her friend succeeding. She even let Blake Lively direct her first project ever, which was a Taylor Swift music video.
Blake Lively did not even read the book that the movie was based on.
Correct.
And we're not talking War and Peace. And then she wanted to, ixnayed all of the wardrobe choices, because when you're making a movie about a poor woman who's suffering from domestic violence, you want her to look like she has money.
Right.
That Blake said.
That's what she did.
She looks like she has money.
Yep.
And she's dressing in florals, and then she's going on this press tour pushing her liquor line and her hair care line, because that's what women who are trying to escape with their lives are worried about.
That's what generated her negative press and led to a series of clips of her being insensitive in one way, shape, or form with other interviewers in the past. She has no one to blame but herself for that.
Blake Lively playfully referenced Game of Thrones by calling herself Khaleesi and Taylor Swift her dragon, likely alluding to their strong friendship and Swift's immense power in the entertainment industry.
Justin Baldoni is suing Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds for $400 million. That's obviously a shit ton of money, and more has been revealed in this lawsuit, including a bunch of texts from Blake Lively to Justin Baldoni.
She sent, allegedly, if you ever get around to watching Game of Thrones, you'll appreciate that I'm Khaleesi. And like her, I happen to have a few dragons. So really, we all benefit from those gorgeous monsters of mine. You will too, I can promise you.
What? Excuse me.
Yeah.
What is that text? First of all, I don't know if Blake Lively remembers how Game of Thrones ended.
Right. No,
with that
for sure.
text message. 2, I don't think Taylor Swift would like to be called like a little minion. Like saying it's my little dragon is basically like I have a little minion. I have a little minion named Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds. My little monsters.
You can't be calling yourself Khaleesi.
No, you
just can't.
Calling yourself Khaleesi.
No.
These are my little monsters.
No.
What?
No.
Like, when I first saw those messages from Blake Lively, I was like, are these photoshopped? Like, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I am pleased to report that we have got live footage of one of her dragons. Check this out. I am so sorry, Queen Khaleesi. It does not seem to be going well for you right now. Well, we'll tell you guys, yesterday we did this episode. Obviously, you saw it. I just was starting to put together this timeline like the psycho that I am and recognize that Taylor Swift was just in the mix a lot. You know, she's listed on special thanks to Taylor Swift on the credits of It Ends With Us.
Ryan Reynolds, a renowned actor and entrepreneur, is Blake Lively's husband and father to their 4 children. Their marriage has often been highlighted in the media as a paragon of a supportive Hollywood relationship. In the context of the lawsuit, Reynolds' name surfaced in discussions about the alleged smear campaign against Lively. Court documents reveal that Baldoni's team was concerned about Reynolds' potential reactions on social media platforms. Specifically, there were mentions of Reynolds possibly blocking Baldoni and his production company, Wayfarer Studios, on social media.
Who wrote to me said that they worked on the set of It Ends With Us, okay? And that the villain in this entire story is not Blake Lively, it's not Justin Baldoni, but it is Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan started the fire!
Allegedly. Don't gag order or sue me, Ryan Reynolds, okay? I don't want to be involved in melodrama. I'm just telling my audience what I was told. He goes into Blake Lively's trailer and they have an argument. All of the production assistants overheard the argument, okay? Now, what was at the root of that argument, we don't know, but we can assume it had something to do with what he saw in these dailies, what he read in the script. Who even knows what led him to even visit on this day? And the person says that from that day forward, he started involving himself, that he basically became a chaperone for her on set. He was there basically every day, involved in the projects, wanting to rewrite lines, and suddenly Ryan Reynolds was trying to wrangle this project from Justin Baldoni.
Owens has suggested that Ryan Reynolds, husband of actress Blake Lively, may be the true villain in the ongoing legal dispute between Lively and her It Ends With Us co-star and director Justin Baldoni. Owens claims that Reynolds' alleged insecurities and actions on set contributed to escalating tensions between Lively and Baldoni.
My brain works like that regarding Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds when I just recognize that they do things and say things that let me know, that signal to me that they are up on their high horses and that they potentially treat people very badly and that really they're bored and rich, right? One time while speaking to a reporter, Blake Lively said that her and Ryan Reynolds referred to bugs and animals as she and her, as opposed to he and him, to their young daughter, because they're raising a little feminist. Like, that's annoying. That's just objectively annoying.
According to Owens, an anonymous source from the film's production reported that Reynolds unexpectedly visited the set, reviewed daily footage and the script, and subsequently had a heated argument with Lively in her trailer. Following this incident, Reynolds allegedly demanded that the WME talent agency dropped Baldoni as a client.
Candace Owens posted to her stories saying she spoke to a source that claims Ryan Reynolds is the problem. She said the tip came from someone who allegedly worked on the set and said lately everyone is bashing Blake Lively, but apparently the true villain of the saga is Ryan. This person is alleging that everything started when Ryan Reynolds decided to stroll onto the movie set one day and review the dailies. This is an industry term for all the footage that they filmed for the day. And he also decided to take a look at the script, and between the two, something allegedly set him off. This person claims that the production assistants then overheard Ryan and Blake having an argument in her trailer. Ryan Reynolds started being on the set on a regular basis as if he were her chaperone, and that is when he started inserting himself into the actual production, including writing lines.
Owens further speculated that Reynolds' behavior might stem from personal insecurities, noting his pattern of daily dating and marrying women significantly younger than himself.
And it seems that Blake and Ryan Reynolds are the problem. And I don't know how Candace Owens knows, but she claims to know. She shared some juicy details on her stories about rumors going around, saying that Ryan Reynolds went to visit Blake Lively's movie set one day, and he sat down to watch the videos that were filmed during production. And whatever he saw, whether it was the takes or the talking in between, he did not like. And a production assistant overheard Ryan and Blake getting into an all-out yelling brawl over what happened on set. What's the old saying? You lose them the same way you got them? I know Scarlett Johansson is somewhere smiling because she lost Ryan Reynolds to Blake Lively the same way. And after that big fight is when they start seeing Ryan showing up a lot on set. And he even got involved with the actual movie making, and he started suggesting new lines for the movie. My question is, who is going to want to work with these two after all of this is over?
Newly released raw footage from the set of It Ends With Us shows an awkward, unscripted slow dance between the two stars, a clip that Baldoni's team claims proves nothing more than professional improvisation. However, critics argue the video looks increasingly bad for Lively, suggesting it undercuts her narrative of unwanted advances on set.
Share all of the information that may prove her case, and also Justin will seek information that will prove his. The only problem is that Justin's side is now responding, saying, hey, this isn't right. They just want blanket call logs of everything that went down. They'll use this to smear my client. So I'm going to share what Justin Baldoni had to say, but let's just do a quick refresher of the subpoenas, and then we've got our lawyer friend explaining why they think this is all just PR. So, sending out a series of subpoenas to cell carriers AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon, as well as alleged social media manipulator Jed Wallace, the Gossip Girl vet, and Ryan Reynolds want to get a look at the real receipts.
In the room, like, what is happening here? I would show up on a set. I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that, like, that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character. And sometimes I had directors or producers or writers who would welcome that and invite that once they saw that I was able to offer that. And sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So
while Lively's legal team insists that every frame corroborates her allegations of inappropriate behavior, Baldoni's camp maintains the exchange was entirely consensual and benign.
Again, I think that was important because Blake Lively accused Justin Baldoni of acting creepy towards her and how the whole set was super tense all the time. But I don't know, that kind of looked like two co-stars getting along. Moving on to another portion of the video, you know, in her lawsuit, Blake Lively accused Justin Baldoni of making inappropriate comments about her body, which in his lawsuit, Justin Baldoni countered, saying, actually, no, Blake Lively was the one who made fun of my nose. Roll the tape.
It's so nosy. My nose is so big.
And this whole big thing, we can address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down, gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that.
Yeah.
And then,
Cut.
Just kidding.
However, the leaked footage has caused more than just legal trouble for Blake Lively. It's also reportedly stirring tension in her marriage. Owens claims that Reynolds is feeling jealous, as the scene bears a striking resemblance to a moment from Green Lantern, the film where he and Lively first fell in love. With emotions running high, speculation is growing about how this controversy is affecting their relationship behind closed doors.
All right, moving on to a different take on the Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively battle. And it's based on a scene we've seen play out a lot as this legal battle has played out. Remember that Justin's team released this raw, unedited video of a dancing scene. It was actually B-roll that they used in the movie, where, you know, that they weren't using their audio. It was just to show them in this cozy dance scene. There was some arguing between them about what's the best way to shoot it, and this and the other.
How they look, yeah.
So some fans have noticed that there are a lot of camera angles there that look very familiar, and that Blake Lively would certainly know because she did almost the exact same scene with the guy who's now her husband back when he was playing Green Lantern.
You mean the movie
Ryan
where
Reynolds.
they fell in love, Charles?
Yes.
With each other?
Colleen Hoover is the author of the best-selling novel It Ends With Us, which was adapted into the film starring Lively and directed by Baldoni. In light of the allegations and ensuing legal battle, Hoover has publicly expressed her support for Lively. She has praised Lively's professionalism and dedication to authentically portraying the complex themes of the story. Hoover's backing underscores the trust and respect Lively has garnered from collaborators in the literary community.
It Ends With Us author Colleen Hoover is coming for podcasters like myself. So although Colleen has deleted her Instagram, she's been posting on Facebook, which of course leads me to believe there was something on Instagram that she didn't want us to see. So she went away there, but her private Facebook group, she's okay to keep chattering, all right? And she had a very interesting post from 2 days ago. Now, initially, I thought Colleen was maybe like an innocent victim in this whole thing, but now I'm starting to think that the theory that there was a morality clause with Colleen selling the rights to some of her books to Wayfarer, and basically they own, Wayfarer, Justin Baldoni, own the rights to produce It Ends With Us, the sequel. But if, in fact, something were to go wrong and Justin Baldoni did sexual harassment, there would be a morality issue, and then Colleen Hoover would be free to basically sell the rights to somebody else, i.e. Blake and Ryan, who have made it clear they would love to produce her films.
In a sweet birthday post for Colleen Hoover, Blake Lively thanks her for changing her life. She says on the Instagram story, "Everyone who knows this woman is changed for it. She's calm and steady. Her integrity is her foundation. Her humor levels you out of nowhere. Her quiet fortitude is mighty, and she always chooses the kindest path. She loves her fans, she loves her friends, she loves her community, she loves her family, but mostly she loves Diet Pepsi. And oh boy, do we love her." She said, "Happy birthday, Colleen Hoover. My life is changed because of your work, your art, your friendship for good. So many people's have, and we thank you today and every day." I've been curious to see if Justin Baldoni will post anything, but I haven't seen anything yet. But this post from Blake is so cute, and we love their friendship. What do you guys think? Make sure to let us know in the comments and head to Brit.co for more entertainment updates.
Leighton Meester co-starred with Lively in the popular television series Gossip Girl, which aired from 2007 to 2012. During their time on the show, rumors circulated about a strained relationship between the two actresses. In the current lawsuit, Baldoni's team allegedly considered leveraging these past rumors to divert attention from Lively's allegations. The strategy involved encouraging journalists to focus on Lively's purported history of difficult working relationships, with Meester being a primary example.
One thing I've known about for a long time with Blake Lively is that, let me just tell you about Blake Lively by telling you about Leighton Meester on Gossip Girl. Was literally born in prison, no privilege whatsoever, and somehow landed the role on Gossip Girl. Blake Lively is like a thoroughbred Nepo baby. And Leighton Meester is like, look, you know, she's just not like us. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni are gonna go back and forth on their he says, she says. They're both wrong. If an argument lasts for more than 5 minutes, both of them are wrong. And there was a sex tape that was released of Leighton Meester way back when, the Gossip Girl era, and you know what it was? A foot job. Isn't that cool? Like, who do you side with when it comes to Lively versus Baldoni? I side with Leighton Meester.
What are your thoughts on the big names involved in Blake Lively's alleged crimes? Drop a comment below.